So, you heard enough from me. Let's hear from a true professional. And it's my pleasure at this point to introduce Colonel Gail Atkins, Commander, Corpus Christi Army Depot.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, friends of the Corpus Christi Quad A chapter. I can see no one because I am completely blind, so maybe that's all part of the plan. We'll see how this goes. I'd like to take a moment and extend a special welcome to our civic leadership. I know some have not made it into the room yet. I had an honor of meeting Congressman Cloud back in August when he came to the base. He sat down with Lou Brock, myself, and Admiral Harris, and we had an absolutely transparent and outstanding discussion. I've never had that type of limited experience per se, but I have never had such a candid, open discussion with our civilian leadership. And I really appreciate that he and his staff members will be participating in our event today. I'd like to also extend my personal warm welcome to our mayor, Joe McComb, who came in. Sir, thank you so much. I know it's a very busy season for you, but your time here is incredibly important to us. We look forward to your remarks, and thank you again for coming. To Judge Neal and Councilwoman Guajardo, who will attend later, again, it's very important. We have a very unique relationship with our civilian leadership in the greater Corpus Christi area. It's nothing like anything I have ever seen before. It's a closely guarded secret. I don't want my peers to find out about it because I'll get kicked out of here. But I will tell you that the relationship is amazing. It transcends all of us. And I will tell you, it is the cornerstone, sir, of why CCAD continues to thrive. I'd like to also briefly say hello to Joe Guzman. We all laugh. Where's Joe? There's Joe. Joe is a fixture, CCAD employee for many, many years, but he has continued on with the legacy of CCAD through the Southeast Facilities Task Force, helping us to understand the challenges of the town, but also to help amplify our strengths. And also to Gary Bradford, the Preparedness Commissioner, who I don't believe is in the room yet, but I hope that you all get an opportunity to meet him today. A heartfelt thanks to the Solomon Ortiz Center for extending this beautiful venue to us. And I'm honored that I got to meet Miss Drew Jones this morning. I look forward to meeting your sister later today. Honored that you are here in your father's legacy, and I hope that this continues for many, many years to come. So thank you, Drew. I'd like to extend a special greeting to our retired general officers and sergeants major. Thank you to our Quad A sponsors, General Munt, for your remarks today and also for putting together this incredible forum. To our leadership at AMCOM, Mr. Marriott, I know General Gabram is in a deep meeting this week, but I very much appreciate, sir, you coming, and your remarks are going to be very, very important. So I'd ask for very good questions for Mr. Marriott. When we start talking strategic depth, I need people to understand what that means, because that is our mission here at CCAD, is to make sure that we help the enterprise achieve strategic depth. To the AMCOM Logistics Center Acting Director, Mr. Nitty, behind him, again, hard questions for his panel later today, very important, but to talk about readiness, ALC workloads the depot, but enables the entire sustainment enterprise. So I appreciate your personal attendance today. I also have to thank, though, I mentioned Captain Lou Brock earlier. He is my base battle buddy. We fight through things together. We come out the other side together. We continue to be a great tenant for you. I realize we give you challenges as we continue to build and evolve, but I very much appreciate all that you lean forward and do for us every single day. We could not do it without our Navy team. And I think what's more important that we don't discuss enough, he is here today because this is about extending our aviation joint service network. And I think it's very, very important that we have an appreciation for naval aviation, and thank you for coming to learn more about ours. Also to our teammates across the enterprise, PEO Aviation, I know we have a number of the PMs here. They will have a forum tomorrow that I think is incredibly important to understand where our future capabilities will go. To AMRDEC and the Defense Logistics Agency, we cannot do this mission without you. You are absolutely one team, one fight with us. Kevin, I know you're here representing that today. Thank you for everything that you do for Army Aviation. Our industry partners that are in the room and those that could not be here today, this is a true partnership. Our partnership will continue to evolve. I'm going to talk about that a little bit more in my remarks, but I will tell you that The alignment between private and public is the glue that holds us together. So thank you to our original equipment manufacturers that are in the room. I hope to continue our relationships with you. They will continue to evolve. So we talked about the Luther G. Jones theme this year is the cornerstone of aviation readiness being CCAD. So I think we need to explore a little bit more what we really mean about that. What we mean about that is that it's support to our warfighters in both their current and future readiness requirements. For all intents and purposes, it's the ability to fight and win tonight and to ensure their victory over our enemies tomorrow, anywhere in the world, any way they need it. So I feel that it's important that we start with one question. Why? We talk every day at the depot about why we do what we do. Our workforce every day remembers and focuses on that why. At CCAD, we place the alignment of the workforce to the warfighter at the forefront of everything that we do. This means that every employee in the CCAD family understands their criticality and their piece in how they support the mission. We are our own microcosm at CCAD. We have our own health clinic, we have our own IT infrastructure, and we come together to ensure that sustainment. But every single man and woman that is over there understands their critical part to making those products and services go out the door to the warfighter. We affectionately call it the 2 W's. You're going to see this a lot. In some circles, it can be considered profane. That's not the intention, so I apologize on that. It is not a gang symbol. I have been corrected on that. It's also not a Texas Longhorn, though sure it could be. This matters. This is the visual of why we do what we do. And I have a blessing of walking around that depot every single day, and I can connect with the men and women who are providing you those parts and services because of this. It is our code. The warfighter is first, everything else will follow. That's what that means. So I offer that to you. If you want to know the handshake and get inside the wall of CCAD, I just gave it to you. So as the foundation for Army aviation sustainment in the organic industrial base, we are focused at CCAD on several initiatives that source aviation readiness, evolve our enterprise and community partnerships, and enable the depot to transform to support the future force. Our top priority remains our duty to provide the highest possible quality aviation product and service when our customers need it and at the best value. This means focusing on speed, accuracy, and quality while simultaneously pursuing an aggressive 2025 campaign plan that will posture the depot to have the right capability to sustain our future weapon systems. The depot remains committed to providing comprehensive aviation readiness in 2018. Our expeditionary depot field teams provided seamless, no-notice support to our joint warfighters globally and through our permanent forward presence aligned with the ACLC at Fort Rucker. Many people do not understand that that is an extension of the depot capability here, and those men and women on a no-notice, anytime in the world deploy. In addition, we have very unique capabilities that few know of. My quiet professionals that I call the Aircraft Investigative Branch. These men and women do yeoman's work to ensure the safety of our force, direct response to the Combat Readiness Center out of Fort Rucker, and they are on site when called to come back and help us to continuously improve our products and services. Many of these people, no one knows anything about. And I bring this up because every single day, they are having a touch on everyone in this room and our men and women across 150 countries that they're in because of the work that they do. And I am very, very appreciative of that. All the while at home, in support of readiness, the depot continues to focus on improving our accuracy and speed through the maturation of our logistics modernization program, and also the integration of complex assembly manufacturing solution that we affectionately call CAMs. These business solutions have enabled us to understand current and future customer demand, set operational priorities focused on aviation readiness drivers, we will talk about later today, and implement more efficient, productive flow. The art of the probable remains and continues to drive down our production flow. I know you heard about this last year, and we have continued to implement the art of the probable based on theory of constraints throughout the depot. We have seen repair cycle times improve markedly. We have seen process flows smooth, and we have been able to rapidly incorporate improvements across both our aircraft recapitalization lines, depot number 1, and across our component repair lines, which is depot number 2. A lot of people do not realize the complexity of CCAD in that we may have 2.3 million square feet sitting on the naval base, but we really have 2 depots that are providing aircraft readiness directly back to our force, but also ensuring that we have strategic depth for the components or secondary repair items across the world. An important highlight that I'd like to discuss briefly that occurred in 2018 was the important collaboration that our teammates had with AMERDEC to lay out the groundwork for initiation of cold spray advanced manufacturing technology that will begin in early calendar year 2019. These technologies are only a breakthrough to advanced manufacturing that we will continue to pursue through 2025. I will continue to expand on many of these readiness efforts later this morning and this afternoon during our forum's readiness panels. So I would ask each of you to participate in that and to draw the strings out and ask more about some of these science and technology efforts that we're pursuing. Collectively, these efforts enable the depot to meet our obligations and to provide the right assets to our customers when we promised. But digital solutions and business processes alone will not ensure that we can continue to meet those obligations into the future. We must expand our depot network and transform our organization. We value our relationships with partners throughout the enterprise and throughout the Corpus Christi community. That is why we hope to pursue new collaborative opportunities with academic institutions that will mutually support both the depot's human capital management strategy, but also our community's modernization plans. We desire to invest in our community's future workforce by working alongside the independent school districts, the local colleges, and our vocational and technical universities. So I invite you to attend this afternoon's panel on securing the future CCAD workforce. It will illuminate a lot of these initiatives that we're pursuing. CCAD sees the necessity to transform ourselves to meet future requirements and to ensure we have the appropriate capability. This does begin in early 2019. Over this next year, we will induct the first 3 UH-60 Victor aircraft for recapitalization. This is a mission design series change from a UH-60 Lima to a Victor in support of our multi-compo force. It will be an integrated and interoperable system that allows our Guard, Reserve, and active fleet to align and interoperate in the fight at a significant cost-value savings for our Army. To ensure the success of this vital program, CCAD is joined by partners from PEO Aviation, the Aviation Engineering Directorate, Headquarters AMCOM, and DLA, just to name a few. We have an opportunity during our PEO update tomorrow to delve into this program and to discuss where the acquisition community sees the future of our aviation force. Our deliberate transformation takes shape through our CCAD 2025 campaign plan, where we synchronize efforts to achieve agile maintenance, repair, and overhaul processes that support sustainable strategic depth. And we have several initiatives that support this end state, and they include, just a few, the optimized human capital management strategy, prioritizing the integration of science and technological skills, the integration of scalable and rapidly upgradable business intelligence solutions, and renewed partnership agreements with our industry partners to ensure stability in our sources of supply. I'm excited that this Luther G. Jones Forum will allow us to explore many of these tenets over the next 2 days. So in closing, I want to thank everyone again for being part of the forum. It's going to be a jam-packed 2 days. I hope you all keep your agendas close, get out to the exhibits next door, and engage our OEM partners. I'm very appreciative for their sponsorship of this today. And as we press on here, I have something that I'd like to share with you. We have about 3,375 employees. Some are able to be here right now. Others will be able to come down in the next 2 days. But those men and women are out there right now producing. They don't get to sit in here and have this collaboration, and those men and women is why it all happens. So I say that because I wanted to bring them to you today, since I couldn't physically have them in the room. I'll take some questions and answers after, but I wanted to unveil to you some incredible work that our guys have done. This is our new command video, and this is the first time that it's been played. I hope the cat has not gotten out of the bag, or I'm going to fire Jerry Dueños. But I want you to enjoy it, but I want you to understand, this is who we are. This is why we do what we do. And for the next 7 minutes, let's sustain the fight and be Army strong. Roll the video. Take the lights down. The capability and capacity of CCAD has a very rich history and legacy that simply cannot be realized and cultivated without phenomenal people. And I've only just begun to appreciate its importance and magnitude. It's the right time for me to personally acknowledge and thank the more than 3,370 members of this workforce and their families that every day tirelessly and patriotically produce the parts, the material, and the aircraft that are needed to underwrite the readiness of Army aviation and ultimately the security of our nation. There is simply no other place like CCAD. I'm humbled that I have been picked to be part of its team. I am committed to its continued success, and I will work every day to posture this depot to support the warfighter to win and fight every night. It's an honor to call CCAD in the city of Corpus Christi my home, and I stand very proud every day to remind everyone why everything is bigger and better in Texas. Sustain the fight, Army strong.
My name is John Presses. I am currently a World Tower operator here at CCAD. Why I work at CCAD? Support the warfighter, support my family, because I was prior military.
My name is Alonso Valdez. I am an aircraft mechanic. I've been here 11 years. I'm here for the troops.
My name is Benjamin Reels. I'm an aircraft mechanic. I work at CCAD to support the warfighter.
My name is Gary Tyndall. I am a chemist. I work in the chemical analysis branch. I support the Analytical Investigation Division in their worldwide accident for the Army.
My name is Kimberly Quiroga. I am a technical writer. I work here at CCAD to support our troops.
My name is Edward Powell. I'm a retired Army veteran. I'm an electronic mechanic at CCAD. I work at CCAD because it's very rewarding.
Hi, my name is Jody Klaus. I'm a retired Air Force, and I'm currently working as a A64 main transmission mechanic, and I'm working at CCAD to support the warfighter.
My name is Brian Leal. I'm a management analyst. I work at CCAD for the warfighter.
Hello, my name is Dorian Lucetto. I'm a materials engineer. I work here at CCAD to support the troops and the mission.
My name is Felipe Castillo. I'm a welder. I support the warfighter.
My name is Natalie Salinas, and I'm a civil engineer. I've been at CCAD for 6 years, and I continue to work here because I believe in the mission, and I love the sense of accomplishment I feel from being part of this team.
My name is Holly Birmingham. I'm a UH-60 Components Program Manager. I'm at CCAD because it helps me support my family along with supporting the warfighter.
My name is Doug Kaiser. I'm retired Navy, 20 years. I am currently a metal spray operator, and I work at CCAD because I still had time to give back after I served 20 years.
My name is Mary Thorne. I'm an MRP specialist for the UH-60 Components Supercell. I work at CCAD to support the troops.
My name is Josh Lopez. I am a WG-10 aircraft mechanic. I work at CCAD support the warfighter.
I am Gilbert Avalos Jr., aircraft mechanical parts repair. Been here 13 years.
My name is Alex Awas. I'm a WG-10 metallizing operator. I'm at CCAD to support the warfighter.
Hi, my name is Maxie Dennis, and I'm the Resource Management Officer for the Corpus Christi Army Depot. I work at CCAD because I feel like it's the right thing to do. I think it's important for my family and for all of those that work here and the soldiers out in the field.
My name is Josh Flowers. I'm the PC work lead down in transmissions on the disassembly side. I've been at CCAD for about 5 years. I'm a retired First Sergeant. I'm here to make a difference.
I am Tammy. I've been at CCAD for 10 years. I work here to support the troops.
My name is Reve Martinez. I am retired United States Navy. I've served the government for over 35 years. I am a multimedia imaging specialist here at CCAD. I work in CCAD in support of the Army's mission and CCAD's mission.
And I think that as long as we continue to be innovative, as long as we continue to be adaptive, continue learning, as long as we continue to care about the members of our team and care about the people who receive our products out there in the field, then we'll be here for the next 100 years. My name is Jerry Duenas. I've been here 11 years. I am CCAD.
I am CCAD.
And I am CCAD. I am CCAD.
I am CCAD.
I am CCAD.
I am CCAD.
I am CCAD.
I am CCAD.
I am CCAD.
And I am CCAD.
That is your depot. Those men and women encompass your depot. I'm very proud that I get to be on that team, and I will work every day to make sure they get the resources they need, but also so that everyone out here knows the national treasure we have sitting right here at Corpus Christi. So at this time, if we can bring the lights back on, because I truly am blinded. If you have any questions, I'd like to take them now. I will continue to be throughout the panels in the next day and a half or so. But do you have any questions right now? And honestly, I won't be able to see if you raise your hand.
She's begging for you to ask questions. I told her if you don't, I would. So I'd really like you to ask her question.
I think I'm getting off easy, General. No one? Okay.
Well,
thank you.
okay, so you talked about two depots, the difference between component repair and aircraft repair. Where do you see the depot going with aircraft repair? You talk about the Victor program, future vertical lift, of course, is coming. But more importantly, we've got other airframes that we don't have the same numbers into the, being brought to the depot. In other words, with the 64s and the 47s. And you need to work on them to maintain the skills.
So as it relates to the comment about having two depots, we are one family at CCAD. But when you look at the actual mission of maintenance, repair, and overhaul, we really have two distinct mission sets. We have our aircraft production set, which is responsible for the recapitalization and the returning to form of combat damaged or AVIM level repair work. This is not, as I mentioned, done just here at the base. This is done worldwide. Our depot field teams deploy forward to handle maintenance engineering calls and things that we need to do to ensure we can rapidly return the aircraft back to the warfighter, forward to them. We obviously back here also work on combat damaged aircraft that are beyond economic repair or physical repair forward. In that respective case, we have the capability to work on all of our major weapon systems. As our major weapon systems continue to evolve, right now we know we have the Mike Model 60, the Echo Model Apache, and the Fox Model Chinook. We know that those actual design and series will continue to evolve. We have to change, specifically as it relates to advanced composite repair, how we are going to work on those aircraft. The UH-60 Victor program coming to the depot ensures that we are going to throughput more UH-60s back to the fleet without having to buy brand new 60s off the line, and it helps with our modernization program. On the component side, the depot is that. It is a primary line for all of the secondary components that encompass our major weapon systems. And in many cases, you'll hear later in our readiness panel, we are the only source of repair for a lot of these components. And when we talk about being able to attain strategic depth, we need to make sure we have balance across that to sustain the actual wholesale amount of components that we need. So we can talk a little bit more about that, but it is a complex system. When you are on the aircraft repair side of the depot, and you are actually your own customer to our component lines that are on the other side of the street. And it makes for a very complex business model that, because of the men and women sitting in this room right now, is the only reason it works, because trust me, I'd probably be in jail if they let me do it. So I say that because there is significant complexity, and it is different than a lot of the other depots and arsenals that are in the organic industrial base, having what is essentially two mission sets down here at Corpus. Thanks, General, for that question.
We do have a question.
Yeah, I'll throw one up for you. Greg Gass with GE. Great video. Thank you for putting that together. So you've been in command now for a few months, since this summer, and I would just be curious, what do you find has been the biggest surprise that you really didn't expect? What as far as challenges go? If you could tell us a little bit about that, I think that would be interesting.
So I guess I would take that question two ways. What have I been most surprised about have actually not been the challenges. I think we all understand the complexity of Army aviation sustainment. The surprise I have had is exactly what you just saw. There is so much capability and breadth at CCAD. I never understood that in my 23 years in Army aviation. I've been here on various occasions doing the typical aviator thing to drop an aircraft off, and I never appreciated or could have even comprehended the layers of capability that were behind it. And every day as I walk around the depot, I am illuminated by the capabilities that we really do have. And this is all because it provides that foundation. So Greg, to answer your question, it has completely reinforced why this is a national treasure. That has been, I think, one of my most surprising pieces in the last 90 days. From a challenge perspective, it's like anything else. We're trying to balance a business while we're ensuring that we meet readiness requirements. And readiness is not a business model. Readiness is what allows our warfighters to win and ensure they'll continue overmatch against our enemies tomorrow. That creates a big challenge when you don't have the balanced sources of supplies that we're looking for. And we're going to discuss that quite a bit in this forum over the next 2 days, because it's going to take everyone in the enterprise for us to get there. CCAD is one piece of that. We are not the only piece of that. So I look forward to talking to all of you about that, because together the solutions are probably in this room. Alone, we can't get there from here. Any other questions?
Other questions? You talked about the evolution of the relationships between OEMs and other industry partners evolving. Can you expound on that a little bit of what you're looking for, what's important to you and the CCAD team?
Absolutely. Our relationships that we have had in the past with our OEMs were certainly based on the mission requirements at the time. We know that over the last 17 years, Army Aviation has been the workhorse of what we have had to do when we fight far away from our shores. And that caused us or required us to have different relationships with our OEMs to be able to meet the requirements of our warfighter. But we are evolving through that. Our environment and where we need to go requires that we figure out how we're going to align business practices in the commercial world with the public's requirements to put components on the shelf. So what I would love to talk to our industry partners about over the next couple of days is where should those relationships evolve to? We have to have support agreements that will ensure we're meeting each other's requirements. We need to make sure that we can see a stable supply chain into the out years. That is what's going to be the key to success for Army Aviation. And I think if we can start looking at what those new relationships need to look like with an understanding of the strategic objectives of the OEMs with AMCOM, CCAD, and ALC, that's where we're going to find we're more alike and aligned than we may think. And that's the dialogue that I'd like to do. But it all starts with networking right here. And I know that we don't have every OEM in here, but I will tell you too that some of our most critical partners in the past remain our most critical partners into the future. That's one thing that we know will hold steady. Thank you.